Let's move on, though, into the next topic, Johnny, and we are looking at Spider-Man. A little Spider-Man. Here's the thing I want to ask you first before we get into the meat and potatoes. I showed you it earlier.
Mm-hmm.
I want to get your, because you have just seen it, like not even a half hour from us recording this. First thoughts, E3 Spider-Man clip that we saw. Because you and I, don't forget, when it comes out in September, we're doing a Let's Play for the channel. We're going to play through this game.
It looks phenomenal. I love it.
I can't wait for it. I can't wait. It looks like Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the one thing that Mark said that I don't completely agree about, you guys can check out the E3 podcast that we did for Too Old to Game. He said that it didn't really sound like Spider-Man. I didn't get that problem.
I mean, it just sounds like a little bit older Spider-Man. It doesn't sound like Tom Holland, obviously.
That's what I was thinking. It doesn't sound like Tom Holland or Andrew Garfield. Yeah, it doesn't sound like the animated series.
It sounds like he's it sounds like he's end of high school, maybe early college.
His whole thing was like the lines didn't exactly hit like Spider-Man. Like his whole thing was it didn't read like Spider-Man.
Well, I mean that's a very different situation too.
Mm-hmm.
He tried joking a little bit, but yeah, you're fighting 6 villains. I don't know how much.
5 at the time.
5, and then
we didn't get the 6.
That's
it's
right.
Probably going to be Doc Ock. That's my guess.
Yeah, that's your guess.
That's my guess.
No, I mean it's kind of okay. 5 villains. You're fighting 5 villains.
Mm-hmm.
Your top ranking villains. Some of your top ranking villains.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're not going to be joking around nearly as much.
Well, the thing we're really going to get into
nice
today
big fight on your hand
is some more Spider-Man 2 news came out. So on screen, actually, this was from that hashtag show. So they released. There's 3 kind of casting notes that are set for supporting characters that are going to be new classmates of Peter Parker. I'm going to read them, then we're going to discuss them a little bit. The first one says, an 18 to 22-year-old ethnically to play a gender non-conforming student. The second one, an 18 to 26-year-old actress, it's going to be a female, of any ethnicity, preferably a character actor or a comedian. Then the third one, an 18 to 25-year-old male to play a high school senior named Jason. That I'm assuming is just a code name for the part, who is described as charming and insanely likable. Here's the thing I want to ask, because there's 2 I want to look at. The actress, because we already talked about earlier about there being a femme fatale in this, so we're going to talk about that again. I've got my own thoughts about who that could be. The one I want to hit first, though, is the male character who's a senior in high school, who's described as charming and insanely likable. Here's the question I'm going to ask you, Johnny. With that description, the first thing I thought of, because I was trying to think of the last time we saw this character, yeah, it didn't really fit this description, but we have seen this character fit this description in other mediums for Spider-Man. Are we going to get Harry Osborn in Spider-Man Homecoming 2?
That's what I'm wondering.
Like, is he going to be a transfer that's coming back to New York?
Like from prep school and then brought back home.
Yep.
And then you hit and maybe he's Peter Parker's old friend in some way.
Now the thing is, could we get a Harry Osborn that's likable and or charming and extremely likable?
Yeah, I don't see why not. I think that would be a great way to put it, because it would be what I talked about in the other podcast with the same kind of conversation.
Yeah,
make it butt heads with Ned. Because then
who's the best friend?
Yeah, who's actually the best friend? Because this is my old best friend compared to my new best friend, and Harry Osborn doesn't realize it's kind of a competition, but Ned's kind of like
it's only a competition in Ned's head.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm the best friend, and
I'm the guy in the chair.
But especially making him charming and insanely likable, So like everyone's, oh hey Harry and blah blah blah, and Ned goes, well, I'm Peter's best friend.
Well, not just that, like...
Or, like, dives in, like, hey, guys.
The thing that I think they can also... Like, I am calling it. I'm basically going to call it. Like, I'll put a bet on it. We'll come up with a wager down the line. This is going to be Harry Osborn. Because the reason why I'm thinking that is not just kind of what you said last week, but with the charming and extremely likable. Guess how charming and extremely likable he's going to be. Mary Jane, the MJ that we get, is going to like him.
Maybe,
and we're going to start that because we kind of saw at the end where like Peter like, oh, I kind of maybe like her a little bit. Like, and they got that tease of like, I'm MJ.
She likes Peter.
She is going to, but then she is going to really like Osborn and they're going to date and that's going to push Peter into, oh my God, I love MJ. Oh my God. Like, and that gets us to the Mary Jane and Peter relationship that we've wanted since the Sam Raimi Spider-Man.
Maybe not the fact that she really likes Harry,
but they start dating.
But
and
maybe
they get
like Harry actually like kind of likes
makes
her.
a move.
It makes a move, asks her out, and Peter goes, "Oh shit, I actually really like her."
Yeah,
because we already know she stalks Peter.
On top of that, though, there's the second character I want to get into, and these kind of intersect. And the other one is the actress. So
old actress.
It's an actress of any ethnicity, preferably a character actor or a female comedian. So I'm thinking character actor and female comedian. This is someone who's going to be cracking jokes and kind of being a funny character. The thing that
Squirrel Girl.
Is that serious? Are you serious? Or is that
it's like a 50-50.
Okay. Because I got one that's serious.
Okay.
What if, and is this going to be, I know they're trying to do their Silver Sable and Silver and Black movie. Could this be a younger could this be a Felicia Hardy is what I'm thinking.
Maybe a younger
cat.
Felicia Hardy.
Could this be a Black Cat situation?
Maybe. I mean, we could go to Spider-Man cartoon and go White Tiger.
Because the two that people are thinking is this one I'm not as Betty on.
Yeah.
Like I am not for sure about. The two that people are kind of wondering about are either Black Cat or are we getting a Spider-Woman who I believe is Jessica Drew? Are we getting one of those two characters in this? I don't know if they would do Spider-Woman only because we just had Peter learning these powers. He just got the Iron Man suit. Do we want to throw someone in that has similar powers than him already?
Yeah, you don't really want to do
without
that.
Throwing a Venom at him in this movie, without doing any of that. That's why I'm leaning more towards a Felicia Harding or a Black Cat.
True, if they want to make her just like high school Felicia Hardy.
Not just that. Think about it. Harry comes in. He's charming and likable. Starts dating MJ. Peter kind of thinks oh man, I kind of like MJ now. Hardy comes in. She tries to sweep Peter off the feet. While Osborn's dating MJ, Felicia and Peter date, but then it adds the interesting dynamic of when Peter goes out to stop the villain, Black Cat runs into him. Or is this going to be a thing where Black Cat's down the line, where she's not Black Cat yet?
That's a good question. It could be one of the two. I mean, it could be just setting up for like maybe she's in Spider-Man 3.
Because he's been doing Spider-Man for a while now. It's not like I've been doing it for a couple. He's been doing it for a while now with these few movies. So I wonder if it's going to be something where she is Black Cat, a very younger Black Cat, and they are also kind of working together outside, but then dating without knowing that one is Black
the other,
Cat. Because she could have like blonde hair, but then put on a white wig.
Yeah.
And that's why she has the white Black Cat hair.
Very true. It could be just that. That would be an interesting one too. I think that would be the best one to go with. Because it would be a little bit more. I don't want to say it's comically and I don't mean comically as haha. I mean comically as the comic books canon. But I mean they switched that around too, so make her younger so it fits in better.
Could it be Gwen Stacy?
I don't know if we're gonna do Gwen Stacy again.
They could.
We have MJ already though, so
they could. Well, but think about it. Peter, especially in the animated series, dates Gwen before he dates MJ.
And same in the comics,
exactly. He dates, but then we got like if you introduce Gwen, do you have to do again? You have to do a neck snap.
Kind of do. I mean, if he's going to eventually date MJ, you're going to have to kind of get her out of there somehow. And you probably upset fans if you get her out of there.
By doing the first neck snap?
Well,
the Andrew Garfield
not even that,
one?
because that was kind of pretty correct.
Is it too... Let me put it this way. Is it too soon to do another Gwen Stacy and another neck
I think
snap?
so. I think it's too soon because I don't think people want to see that again so soon. Because you already had it. Do you want to really kill her off in that one movie? Have her introduce her and kill her off?
No. You'd have to kill her off in like Spider-Man Homecoming 3 then, and then at that point...
Like the beginning of it.
Are you taking it too long at that point? Do you change it to where it's not the exact same way she dies, but she dies at... Like, because the whole thing is with Spider-Man and Gwen Stacy, I didn't really care that it was a neck snap. At the end of everything...
Actually, it was her spine, but...
Well, the spine neck snap. The whole thing that... The only thing for me that matters with that, and I know Spider-Man aficionados are going to go, no, it has to be exactly like the comic where it's she falls, snap, Peter thinks he did it. To me, the last part's the most important. As long as there is doubt in Peter's head that he did the slightest thing wrong, and if he would have been different or a little faster or this or that, and that is why she died, that's all I care about. That is all. I don't care how she does it. As long as Peter at the end of it thinks, if I would have done this different or that different or been a little bit faster and she would have lived, that's the only thing that matters.
Yeah, I mean, as long as he's got that mindset. But I feel like if you introduce a Gwen Stacy, you have to bring her in, then kill her off either this same movie or the next one. That's kind of too quickly to do something like that. It's almost not necessary to bring in a character at that point. You can do it in so many other ways. You don't need to bring in like a major character from the comic just to do that. So that's why I wouldn't make it a Gwen Stacy. I would more so make it like a young Felicia Harding.
Do you think that... Two questions. A, there's a character that we're not thinking about. That it could be like, you know what? This is probably what it could be, even if it's a minor thing or another thing. Because I'll be honest, the first role of the non-conforming character, could it just be this is a throwaway character. It's just a new high school student that is just going to be kind of like a Flash Thompson type character from Homecoming 1. Or like a Ned, where it's like, yeah, going to have some storyline, going to have some lines to it, but like with the actress, oh, she's just comic relief. Or with the other one, yeah, they're just there and it's part of the friend group now. It's not necessarily oh my God, this person is really in depth to the story. It's just like, oh, it's a student we see at high school and they're in on it, much like the academic team or like Flash Thompson.
Squirrel Girl.
Could it be? Could that fit in? Like, I know, it's a joke like you, but could it fit in?
It's a 50-50 joke. It actually is kind of a throw the card out there. Even though I'm not like positive on it. I'm not like putting all my eggs in one basket on it. I don't see why not. That could be. It doesn't have to be her Squirrel Girl. It could just be, hey, I'm a student right now. And it sets it up for, hey, if we want to bring in Squirrel Girl at some point. Because I thought we were talking about possibly doing a movie with that. Or maybe it was a TV series and I'm thinking wrong. But
does she fall? Here's the thing I wonder with her.
Comedian. Comical.
Here's the thing I wonder, though, with her. And it's because no one's thought about doing her or thought about doing a movie about her. Does she technically fall under the X-Men? Because like I was looking a little bit of her bio. It says, escaping the taunts of her fellow high school students regarding her physical mutation. Is she technically an X-Men?
Spider-Man has a physical mutation too.
No, I know, but I'm thinking like...
I don't think she's under the X-Men realm, though.
I'm going to look it up really quick.
She's more Spider-Verse stuff, but yeah, look it up.
Because I thought I heard something about a New Warriors and a Squirrel Girl movie being developed. And I thought that was Fox that was going to do that. Let me see really quick. Yeah, I don't trust this source. And that's from last year.
Yeah, that's helpful. Last year,
live action series. A lot of these are from 2017. July of 2017. I don't think there is one, but I don't know if that's the question that I would ask. Is where does she fall in the whole rights of everything? Is she on the X-Men side? Is she on the Marvel side? because she fits.
Yeah.
High school character. I mean, to be honest, I could see her fitting the non-gender conforming character because think about it. It's mutation. Kids probably make fun of her for it. Mm-hmm. She doesn't conform to a gender because squirrel girl. She's a squirrel, not a human. So maybe they play that into it. Or she could be the comedic character. For me, I think that one of these characters is going to be Harry Osborn. The then question is, if we get Harry, do we get Norman? And what Norman do we get? Because I don't think, and I have been proven wrong in the past, I don't know if I want them to do Green Goblin in this movie. You're already doing Mysterio. You'll already have Vulture back. Do we just get a Norman? And it's like, Norman's there. We get some Norman screen time, but it's just all right, the Osborns are here in this universe.
Just establish the Osborns and be done with it for now. Mm-hmm. Don't push it too hard. Don't BVS it.
Mm-hmm.
Putting too many things in there at once.
Because, you're going to have... Think about villains. You're going to have Mysterio. Mm-hmm. Vulture, I'm assuming, is going to be back.
Maybe.
How much is Scorpion going to be in this?
Yeah.
That's 3 right there for sure that we know we're going to get. Like, I don't know if they add any more.
Exactly.
But and then the female side of it, do they introduce a Gwen Stacy or do they introduce a Felicia Hardy? Do any of these characters really matter too? Because I want you guys to tell us in the comment section. We could be on the side of, none of these characters are really going to matter.
No.
They're just going to be throwaway characters.
They're just high school students.
Because the first thing I did think of was when I saw, charming and very likable and a high school senior, I'm thinking Flash Thompson. I was like, fuck, he was in the last movie. Like, great. Didn't get the Flash Thompson. That's my first thought was, oh my God, we could get Flash Thompson. And then I'm like, oh wait, we had a Flash Thompson. Mm-hmm. He was in the last movie, so it's not going to be Flash Thompson. There is an actual Jason character that was in the Spider-Man cartoons. I think it was the Disney XD one, I want to say. Mm-hmm. And also in the comics. I just don't know if they go with an actual, this is Jason whatever from the comics. I'm looking at this going, hey, we're just putting this name on it. This isn't the character's real name.
Yeah,
because we don't want anyone to know about it.
Exactly, because if you say Harry, people are just going to figure out right away.
You know who it's going to be? It's going to be the White Ranger. It's going to be Jason David Frank, man. He's coming back to high school. Power Ranger Spider-Man crossover.
Hey, you look kind of old.
Hasbro's and Marvel, man, they come together to make the Green Ranger, White Ranger, and Spider-Man Homecoming.
You know what I see Spider-Man saying, though, man? You're kind of old to be a high school student.
If we were on the fast break right now, I would take my tinfoil hat and put my tinfoil hat on for saying that. But any final things you want to bring up before we move on into some Gambit?
It's interesting. I'm curious if these are just going to be throwaways or if they're actually going to play a role.
Well, this is where you guys come in. Let us know what you guys think. Are they actually going to play a role? Will they be throwaway characters? What do you think for these 3 casting roles for Spider-Man Homecoming 2? Let us know down below in that comment section.